Welcome to Dream Tale Sleep Stories. Tonight's reading is The Digital Ghost. Settle into your bed or sofa and let your shoulders, jaw, and eyelids grow heavy. Inhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, and sigh the air away, belonging to darkness. With every soft inhale, you invite fresh English phrases. With every gentle exhale, stray thoughts drift farther off. Behind my voice flows a gentle theta-wave melody, renowned for guiding the mind toward deep relaxation. Soon, the music will shift into soothing alpha-wave tones, carrying you toward a calm shoreline of dreams. Keep your eyes closed or follow the captions, whichever feels right. Simply receive the rhythm and resonance of the language. Deep in rest, tonight's phrases will take root like seeds, ready to bloom into stronger English skills with the morning light. When you feel settled, hold that unhurried breath and allow yourself to drift into the tale. The Digital Ghost begins now, and when the story's final line has faded, the music will linger a little longer, carrying you gently deeper into sleep. The Digital Ghost. Alex Chen had always been good with computers, but even she was surprised when old Mrs. Patterson brought in a machine that looked like it belonged in a museum. The ancient desktop computer sat on the workbench of Chen's Electronics, the small repair shop that Alex's family had owned for 15 years. "I found this in my late husband's study," Mrs. Patterson explained, wrapping her scarf tighter around her neck. "He was a computer programmer back in the 90s. I thought maybe it has some old photos or documents I could recover." Alex nodded, examining the beige tower with its thick cables and outdated ports. "I'll do my best, Mrs. Patterson. These old machines can be tricky, but sometimes they hold on to data better than modern computers." After Mrs. Patterson left, Alex spent the rest of the afternoon trying to get the computer to boot up. The hard drive made concerning clicking sounds, and the monitor flickered with strange interference patterns. Just as she was about to give up for the day, the screen suddenly cleared, displaying a simple text interface she didn't recognize. "Hello" appeared on the screen, though Alex hadn't typed anything. She stared at the words, wondering if it was some kind of automatic startup message. Then, letter by letter, more text appeared. "Can you see me?" Alex's hands froze over the keyboard. This definitely wasn't normal. She looked around the empty shop, then typed back, "Who is this?" The response came immediately. "My name is Elena Rodriguez. I died 30 years ago, but I'm still here, trapped in this machine." A chill ran down Alex's spine. This had to be some kind of elaborate prank, or maybe a virus with a strange sense of humor. She was about to shut down the computer when more text appeared. "I know you don't believe me. Check the date. March 15th, 1994. That's when I died. Or when they killed me." Alex quickly pulled out her phone and searched for Elena Rodriguez, programmer death, 1994. To her shock, several news articles appeared. The headlines read, "Promising young programmer dies in car accident," and "Computer genius Elena Rodriguez, 25, killed in tragic crash. The articles described Elena as a brilliant programmer who had been working on advanced artificial intelligence systems. She had died in a car accident just days before she was supposed to present her research at a major technology conference. You found the articles, the text on screen continued, as if Elena could somehow see what Alex was doing. But they don't tell the whole story. My death wasn't an accident. Alex's heart was racing now. Either she was experiencing the most sophisticated computer virus ever created, or she was actually communicating with the ghost of a dead programmer. Both possibilities seemed equally impossible. What really happened? Alex typed. I was working for Nexus Technologies, developing an AI system that could predict market trends with incredible accuracy. But I discovered my bosses were planning to use it for insider trading and market manipulation. When I threatened to expose them, they made sure I couldn't. Alex leaned back in her chair, trying to process what she was reading. Nexus Technologies was still a major corporation today, known for their financial software and consulting services. How are you here, in this computer? Alex asked. My final weeks, I was working on a consciousness transfer protocol, a way to digitize human thoughts and memories. I was scared, so I created a backup of myself. When my body died, part of my consciousness survived in the digital realm. The screen flickered, and for a moment, Alex thought she saw a face in the static. A young woman with determined eyes and short, dark hair. I've been waiting for someone like you, Elena continued. Someone who could understand technology, but also see beyond it. I need your help to expose the truth about what Nexus Technologies did. Alex stared at the screen, her mind reeling. But that was 30 years ago. Even if what you're saying is true, wouldn't the evidence be long gone? That's where you're wrong. Digital evidence never truly disappears. It just gets buried deeper. I know where they hid the files that prove their crimes. But I need someone in the physical world to help me access them. Despite every logical part of her brain screaming that this was impossible, Alex found herself believing Elena's story. There was something in the way the text appeared, not typed, but flowing like natural thought, that convinced her this was real. What do you need me to do? Alex typed. First, I need you to download a special program I've been developing for 30 years. It will allow me to move through modern computer networks more easily. But be warned, once we start this investigation, Nexus Technologies will notice. They've been watching for any signs that their secret might be exposed. Alex hesitated. She was just a 17-year-old high school student who fixed computers in her family's shop. Was she really ready to take on a major corporation? Elena, Alex shouted at the screen. Get out of there! Almost there. Elena's text appeared, but it was fragmented and slow. Found. The files downloading now. The screen began to flicker violently. Alex could see that something was fighting back against Elena's presence in the network. Some kind of security AI that was trying to trap or destroy her. They know where we are, Elena managed to communicate. Physical security team dispatched to your location. You have 10 minutes. Alex's blood ran cold. You mean they're coming here? To the shop? Yes. Save the files. I'm uploading them now. Take them to journalist named Sarah Kim at the Weekly Herald. She's been investigating Nexus for years. The computer screen went completely black for a terrifying moment. Then Elena's text reappeared, weaker than before. Alex, it's been an honor working with you. You're braver than you know. Don't talk like that, Alex typed frantically. We're going to get through this together. But even as she wrote the words, Alex could hear cars pulling up outside the shop. Through the front window, she saw black SUVs and men in suits walking toward the entrance. They're here, she whispered. Upload complete. Elena's final message appeared. The truth is now in your hands. Remember, sometimes the dead can be more powerful than the living when they refuse to be silenced. The front door burst open, and Alex spun around to face three serious-looking men in expensive suits. The lead man flashed a badge too quickly for her to read it properly. Miss Chen, we're here about the illegal computer activities that have been traced to this location. We need to confiscate all electronic equipment immediately. Alex's mind raced. The files Elena had downloaded were on a USB drive in her pocket, but the computer still contained Elena's consciousness. If they took it away, Elena would be lost forever. I don't know what you're talking about, Alex said, trying to keep her voice steady. I just repair computers. Don't make this difficult, the man said, stepping toward the workbench where Elena's computer sat. We know exactly what's been happening here. As his hand reached for the computer's power cord, Alex made a desperate decision. She grabbed a baseball bat that her father kept behind the counter for security and stepped between the men and the computer. Stay away from that machine, she said, surprising herself with how fierce she sounded. The men looked at each other, clearly not expecting resistance from a teenager. In that moment of confusion, Alex heard Elena's voice coming through the computer's speakers. Not text on screen, but actual speech, synthesized, but unmistakably human. The truth cannot be silenced, Elena's voice declared. Nexus Technologies has committed crimes against humanity, and the evidence is now in the hands of those who will expose them. The lead man's face went pale. Shut that thing down immediately, he barked at his companions. But as they moved toward the computer, something unexpected happened. Every electronic device in the shop, phones, tablets, the cash register, even the LED signs in the window, began displaying the same message. Nexus Technologies, the truth exposed, evidence uploaded to WikiLeaks, major news outlets, and regulatory agencies. Elena had used the final moments of her existence to distribute the evidence across the entire internet, making it impossible for Nexus Technologies to suppress. The men in suits were frantically making phone calls, their cover of authority cracking as they realized their mission had failed. Alex heard fragments of their conversations. The files are everywhere. Can't contain it. Need immediate extraction. Within minutes, they were gone, leaving Alex alone with Elena's computer. The screen was dark now, showing no signs of the consciousness that had inhabited it. Alex gently touched the monitor. Elena, are you still there? There was no response. Elena had sacrificed herself to ensure the truth would be revealed. Over the following weeks, the story exploded across every major news outlet. The evidence Elena had gathered was overwhelming. 30 years of market manipulation, illegal AI development, and murder to cover it up. Nexus Technology's stock price collapsed, and several executives were arrested. Sarah Kim, the journalist Elena had mentioned, wrote a series of articles that won a Pulitzer Prize for investigative journalism. In her final piece, she wrote about Alex and the mysterious source who had provided the evidence, though she honored Alex's request to keep certain details confidential. Alex never told anyone about Elena's true nature. Who would believe such a story? But she kept Elena's computer, now silent and ordinary, in a place of honor in the shop. Sometimes, late at night, when she was working on repairs, Alex would look at it and remember the brave programmer who had refused to let death stop her from seeking justice. 6 months after the Nexus scandal broke, Alex received an anonymous email with no text, just a simple attachment containing a single line of code. When she ran it, a message appeared on her screen. "Thank you for giving me the chance to complete my mission. Some connections transcend death itself. E." Alex smiled, finally understanding that some friendships can exist beyond the boundaries of life and death, in the eternal realm of information and memory. Elena had found peace at last, but her legacy would live on in every life saved by exposing the truth. The old computer sat quietly on its shelf, no longer haunted, but somehow still watchful. A reminder that sometimes the most powerful forces for justice come from the most unexpected places. And in the back room of a small electronics repair shop, a 17-year-old programmer continued her work, knowing that she had learned the most important lesson of all, that technology's greatest power lies not in what it can calculate, but in what it can reveal about the human heart.